How are you? Iris and Mileidy here. And today's topic is going to be developing healthy habits for routines for success. So developing healthy habits and routines for success. And to me, this is one of the hardest things for me because I will start a good habit, a good routine, and then it'll fall off. And then I have to get back on the horse. So I know for me, the ones that I've been able to stick to, right? The first thing for me is to set realistic goals. Sometimes I'm like, I am going to work out for an hour and a half every day. And it's like, and then by the third week, I'm like, I'm gonna work out for no time today because I don't feel like it, right? And so that's what I sometimes fall into is not setting realistic goals for myself. For me, the second one is identifying triggers to going back to not doing it, right? So a trigger to not going back for me, let's say the working out or something, maybe what I'm eating, or it may be wanting to watch a movie or something like that. So identifying those triggers and then planning ahead. So for me, planning ahead is important as well, because then if I plan and I say, okay, this is going to lead to that, I'm very spontaneous. So this is where I fall too. Is I forget to plan because I'm spontaneous and I'm like, oh, let me, squirrel, and I go running over here and I don't follow my own plan. So those are my big ones. Tracking progress is also really important. Because once you track your progress, you get that endorphin rush, like, yes, I was able to do it, right? But yeah, to me, those are the big ones. What do you think, Iris?
That is amazing because that is amazing and so fun to scroll.
Squirrel, yeah.
um, it is hard to create new habits. It goes along with also asking yourself why you want this new. Why it is it that you want to create this new habit for yourself in your life? And because in order to break old patterns, we have to create new habits. So how do I create new habit for myself? The first thing is to become serious about it. Like I am serious about my habit to the point that I schedule it on my phone. And one time I decided that I was going to do this particular thing that I'm not going to mention what it was because it will get out of it doesn't matter what it was. The thing is that I said, no, no running, just to say something, no running, no breakfast. So in order for me to accomplish this, I will not, my mind will remind me, oh, you cannot eat breakfast until you do this because you told yourself that you're going to do this before you do breakfast. So it became something that automatically, eventually, because it takes about, according to some scientists, it takes about 21 to 30 days of consistent practice every day at the same time is better. And if you do it twice a day, it's better. And something else, if you think it and then you write it and then you act on it, you encourage it, you make it stronger, and it becomes easier to become the new you, because the mind needs to be broken out of that old pattern, the old emotional home per se, because all is emotion at the end, right? So schedule it, be attentive, respect it. Ask yourself why you want this new habit. What is it that you want to accomplish with it? Because it's not easy. It's like giving birth. You have to push it out of you. You have to break your mind out of that pattern and make it happen. You have to make it happen.
Yes. Oh my God. And I love the fact that you said, find why you're doing it. Because the why is so important. And and I go back to my working out thing, right? Just for that example. And I think a lot of people also get to this, I want to work out, and then they fall off. And the reason the why is so important, because if you don't have that why it's not that important. It's not your own value. It's somebody else's value on you. You're not going to do it because it's somebody else's value. You haven't seen the value You may see the value to it, but you don't relate it to your life.
Exactly.
Your list of values is towards the bottom and it's not towards the top. So if it's something that you really, really want to do, then it's figuring out, what about it do I want? Is it
Yeah.
for health? Is it for look? Is it for why? Right? What is the reason? Is it for just the rush of endorphins that I know I'm gonna feel good after? Right? Is it for that good feeling for afterwards? And then focus on that rather than the other pieces of
Is
it.
it to show somebody else that I'm not what they think I am, or that I could be
Exactly.
this? Because a lot of time is that.
That's true too. The motivation behind it, right? The why.
Yeah.
So important. Um, I love this topic. I want to know, what do you guys think? What are some of your habits? What are some healthy habits that you're wanting to go into? I love, love, love to read that. It's getting towards the end of the year, so I know New Year's resolutions are gonna start. Make sure that whatever resolutions you're making, what is it for you? Right? How does it hit you? What is the value that you're putting on this? Or is it somebody else's value and that's why you want to do it? If it's somebody else's value, you need to find it. If you really want to stick to it, find what it means to you.
Or
Because
if
if
it's
you don't, yeah,
or is it because you want to impress somebody else, or you want to get somebody else's attention or something from someone else, usually relationship.
yeah, usually, yeah, yeah.
Usually.
Where's this change coming from? And before you even start, write it down and write a list of the why. Because then those days when you don't feel motivated to do it and you read that why, you're like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing it, right? And if it's just to impress so and so and that person moved, it's probably not going to happen because the person moved. Your main motivator is done. So, where is it? What is it for you? I would love to read a little bit on that. I would love to see your comments. I hope you enjoy. Thank you, Iris. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.